Hey y'all, welcome back to another Ginger Peachy Pins video. Today I thought I would come back with a new mystery matchup. It's been a while since we've done one of these. It's been a while since we've done any video, I know. But I thought a mystery matchup would be a fun way to come back to kind of get my brain back in the habit of filming. But we are going to do a mystery matchup. I'm sitting here looking at the pens that are in these cups, which are dirty. So if any of these get chosen, I will have to go clean them before we can ink them. But I'm thinking that there are possibly quite a few pens in these cups that are not in the jar, and also quite a few pens in the jar that I sold because I sold a bunch of pens. I also have a few more pens that I'm going to be putting up for sale soon. So keep an eye on my gingerpeachy.shop Instagram. That's where I'm posting them. I've just got to get some things clean and take some pictures and just move out a few more pens. I'm just kind of in that space where I'm ready to let go of some more things. And yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm putting my microphone down. I've been holding it. Here it is. Aren't these cute with the little puffy things? I love them. So I'm hoping that when I put this down, you're not going to be able to hear the neighbor's air conditioner too much. But let's choose 3 pens and 3 inks, and we'll see what we have. It might take, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to see how this goes. So what I'll do is draw 1 pen from here, 1 ink from here, and these have been pre-mixed. I have not added new things into the top of them or anything. So we'll see how long it takes. Hopefully the first few picks I will actually still own. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to put these close to me over here. First pen is going to be Bonecrusher 7 Studios Velma in Arizona Abalone. This is one that I'm going to have to go clean. It is right here. And an ink to go with it. Papier Plume Snowball Party Tiger's Blood. That might not be a bad match. Tiger's Blood is red, but like I don't think I was thinking, what if I get like a bright springy pink to go with this? I don't think that would go great. But here is the little mini Tiger's Blood. Yep. And I love that these say not for human consumption because snowballs are, a food. I have the larger bottles of these two, but we'll use the small one. Okay, of the Snowball Party inks, from Papier Plume. Next pen, Esterbrook Estie in Honeycomb. I have this one inked. It's up in the front of the house, and I inked it not that long ago with Dieman Brandy Snap. I'm not going to unink that one. So what I didn't say, many of you know this if you've seen any of these videos before, is I have veto power for any reason. Like I don't want to clean that out. It's got good ink in it right now. So next, the Montegrappa Elmo in Marshmallow and Gold, and I had to go back and add in the color because the hardware color, because I have 2 different Elmos in the Marshmallow. So here is the gold one. Was this yes, this was a Goulet Pens exclusive. It wasn't a re-release for them, but this is the original Elmo in Marshmallow with a silver trim, which I missed the first time around and ended up buying this one from a friend. But and you can see these are kind of different, like color wise. They're just slightly okay. On the back they don't look as different. On the front, this one has so much more like pink and the yellow and green, and this one you see more of the blue, and I don't know, I thought they looked a lot different. I think the gold hardware really makes a difference. Anyway, Elmo, and let's get an ink. Let's see. Robert Oster Deep Purple. This is one that my dad gave me. I'm pretty sure. Here it is. So good thing about that Marshmallow pen is most colors match it, you know, decently. So I don't think there's actually, oh look, there's some purple. I was gonna say I didn't think there was actually some like purple in the pen, but I think there is. All right, and numero trace will be, so far we're doing well. Esterbrook Estie in sea glass. Okay, so you're gonna get an Estie anyway. In sea glass and gold. I used to have the sea glass in with a silver trim, and I ended up selling it to get it with the gold trim. And it is beautiful. I love this one. It has also a medium nib, so we have one fine nib, two mediums. I think they're all Yovo nibs, aren't they? Aren't Montegrappa nibs? Like, I know they're engraved, but I believe they are Yovo nibs as well. So I think all of them are. All right, we need an ink to go with our sea glass. Please be something good and not weird to go with that pen. I mean, the outlandish matches are fun, but let's see. Van Dieman's, Tassie Seasons, Native Cornflower, and it says sample, but didn't I buy a bottle of this? Pretty sure I did. Let me see if I have any sample left, because I'd probably rather use up my sample before I, oh no. Here it is. I do. Yes, but I enjoyed, like, you see I didn't even use up all the sample before I bought a bottle, because when Van Dieman's does sales, sometimes they're really good sales. And so I did not pass up getting the bottle, but I love this. I love this blue. It's a very good kind of standard blue. So I'm going to pause the video for you. Well, you won't notice anything, but I'm going to go clean this pen and get the desk set up to ink these pens up. Be right back. All right, here we go. And the neighbor's air conditioner is still running. It's been about, well, I don't know. Did you see my watch before? I don't know how long it's been. It's been probably 8 minutes maybe. But here we are. I have cleaned this kind of to the best of my ability. It really probably needed to soak because it's been dry for a little while. But the good thing is the color in it was kind of a yellowy brown, and this is a warmer toned red. I don't think that any tiny remnants that are left in here are going to affect that red. At least not anything noticeably. Not noticeably. So we're just going to go with it. And yeah, then I'm going to go this evening and get all the rest of those dirty pens soaking so that they'll be easier to clean, and maybe it'll make me get them clean tomorrow. So let's ink this one up. I'm going to hope that this grip fits in this hole, and it does not. So let's see. My options are to get out the bottle, or I think I'm just going to go a lazier route and fill the converter. I don't love this. I like to draw the ink up through the nib so that my pen is primed and ready to write. But the benefit of this is that you have almost zero air in your converter. See, I'm going to fill it some, and then I'm going to back up the piston a little more so that the ink comes out of the tip here, so that when I push it in, that ink, as much of the ink as possible, stays inside the converter. Let's try to be a little less messy. So the great thing is you have so little air in there, just one little bubble, and now I can push ink down and just flood the nib. So it still should be pretty ready to write pretty quickly. I am never afraid to do stuff like this because I'm impatient. I mean, I could be a patient person. I just mean, I don't like sitting around, like, just sitting with a pen waiting for the ink to get to the nib, because I've never really had a problem, you know, with just kind of forcing it down. Rarely do I make a mess. You know, I've just been doing this kind of for... Ah! Let's rewind and see what I just said. Rarely do I make a mess. It's just because I hit it or something. Okay, let me clean this up. Good thing is I keep some wipes close by. Let me get it with a dry rag first. Oh, look, it's about gone already. Oh, it's leaving a little tiny pink stain on my white mat. This mat has several stains on it. Here's my trusty Hippo Noto book. I should have called it a Noto book. Why am I not using these bookmarks to save my spot? I don't know. Anybody know which number mystery matchup this is? I will know when I post this video, but at the moment, I have no idea. I'm going to guess it's number 8. We'll see if I'm right. Alright, so this first pen is the Bonecrusher. Velma in Arizona Abalone. Oh, look. I used 2 different A's on those with a fine nib. This ink might be slightly watery, though I did wick out as much ink, water as possible. But this is a sort of, it's not a really super saturated red, I don't think. You know, I need to get this watch card out, and we'll just see. This ink is Papier Plume. Snowball. Tiger's Blood. So let me get out, and I probably should have just inked all 3 pens before I started doing writing samples, but I'm a little out of practice. So, Papier Plume, Snowball Party. Oh, I don't think I organized them by Snowball Party. Yeah. So here's this ink. You can see on the paper it's not super saturated. It might have a tiny bit of water in it, but it might not actually, because you can see here it's not extremely saturated. You know, it came out pretty heavy off my dip nib here, but even then, like, it's just not like a really deep dark red, you know. So it really is kind of the color of red beans. They have a red beans and rice ink, but this is also kind of the color of red beans, I think. I don't have the red beans and rice ink. Alright, I'll keep this out so I can show you the other shades. And these I just throw away because I don't put them back in the container. Alright, so like I said, probably should have just inked all 3 pens and then come back to do the writing sample, but let's ink up this Montegrappa. I think I've only had this pen inked once before, which is pretty sad. My dad sent me this ink one time. He sent me a set of Robert Oster samples and this full bottle. And I have that in a video that you can go back and watch. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. All right. There we go. That inked up easy peasy. I don't usually ink these full. This is something that is like, I cannot tell you how many times people have said that it never occurred to them that they don't have to fill their pen the whole way when they ink a pen. Because, like, when I got into fountain pens, sort of in the beginning, I would watch certain people's videos, and this is not like hiding their name because they were doing anything wrong, but I kind of don't remember. But I would watch different YouTube videos, and like there were always tips on how to get the fullest fill in your pen, and that felt like the right thing to do, you know, like you're supposed to fill it up as full as you can, Well, then I would get like halfway through my ink in a pen, or maybe even less than halfway, and I would be tired of the color and want to change it out. And of course, that too was back when I had far fewer pens than I have now. I would be ready for a new color, and I felt too guilty to dump the ink. So I would just make myself finish using the ink. And then it occurred to me that, like, oh, I don't actually have to fill this pen to the tippy top, right? So I stopped. And I give you permission to not fill your pens to the top. Oh, let me backtrack a smidge. Did I show you this pen up close? This is a beautiful pen. I'm pretty sure I have an unboxing of this one. But, yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm jumping around. Listen, I've been away for a while, okay? Oh, the neighbor's air just turned off. Phew. Oh, okay. This feels like a relief. All right, but look at the beautiful colors in this. When I saw this, I just felt like it reminded me of a monarch butterfly, which they don't have blue in them, do they? But it still just reminded me of a butterfly. And I don't know. I really liked the orange with the bright, bright aqua blue and the black. It feels like fallish, autumnish, sort of, but also not. I don't know. So there's a little closer up view of that one. So here is our Montegrappa. And let me show you a closer up view of this one, since I didn't do it with that other one first. These are really, really pretty. I love this marshmallow material. When the original one came out, here, let me grab it. When the original one came out, like I said, I was kind of out of the fountain pen world for a short time. For some reason, like I had just kind of moved to some other hobbies and was not paying attention to videos and things, and missed this release. And after I came back and I saw that I had missed this became my grail pen, and I was like, I can't believe I missed it. They'd only made, I think, 100 of them, and like I literally had a picture of this pen saved in my phone. Not this particular one, but like their stock photo, you know. And was like, this is my dream pen. And one day I threw it out on Instagram, like, hey, does anybody have Montegrappa, Elmo, and Marshmallow that you are willing to part with? And someone did, and she was willing to sell it to me for, I think I paid her about the same amount that it cost originally, which I was happy to pay. So anyway, oh, and she was putting that money towards a different Montegrappa. It was like the recycled one. So, okay, let me move on. So then when they re-released it with the gold trim, it was kind of a no-brainer. Did I need both? No. But I could not really actually tell you which one I prefer. I like them both. All right, this is, a dark purple. Montegrappa. Elmo. Marshmallow. Oh, sorry, you can't see me writing, can you? This has a medium nib, a very juicy medium nib. And this is Robert Oster. I don't know why I wrote my R like that. I don't ever write my R. I'm writing very wide, which is not my normal writing. Deep purple. So it is a very deep purple. Very saturated. Very dark. Quite nice. And I will show you the swatch card. Tea time. It always takes me a second because sometimes I don't usually sort by the like these are the Cozy Comforts, but I didn't sort them by Cozy Comforts. I sorted them by like the actual ink name. Okay, here's that deep purple. Does it look black? Almost. It is very dark purple. Yeah, this matches that exactly. It's super pretty. It's a really good purple. I don't know what that means, but hey, It's a nice purple. It's got some like greenish sheen. Not my super favorite, but the purple is really nice. So as long as it's not, and there's really not too much sheen on this paper. It's mostly in that large swatch, and I see just a smidge on this paper. So all in all, not bad, I think. All right, we got one more. Let's move that notebook. This is the Esterbrook Estie in Sea Glass. Let's make sure I have not swapped this nib out. My Esties are kind of my only pens that I will sometimes swap the nibs. Like I have the sunflower one sitting here with the nib hanging out because the nib that belongs in this pen is in my pen case. And I want to make sure and put it back because I'm kind of funny about like keeping the pen, the nib that came with the pen with the pen. We've talked about this before, I think. My brain associates the nib with the pen specifically, so I don't like separating them. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. There's no shimmer or anything. I've had this for a while. I think it's fine. Like I don't see anything weird about it. I just shook it up. No reason. However, it is a little bit on the emptier side, so I'm going to have to tilt it. Do not try this at home, boys and girls. I have learned the art of getting out every last drop from an ink vial by tilting your ink vial slowly so that it kind of pours into the breather hole, or not the breather hole. Is that what it's called? The hole right there, whatever that's called. Can't remember right now. So it kind of pours into that hole while you're pulling up the piston knob, and you can get every last drop. Especially this one has a flat bottom, like it doesn't have the little cone in the bottom. But especially like a normal sample vial that has the little cone in the bottom, you can get like all of it out pretty much. Like you just left sometimes, just left with the teeniest little leftover drop. I'm excited to use this ink. It's been a while since I've used it, but I love this blue because I like just a plain regular blue. What's this blue back here? Like pilot blue, which I see down there. Okay. Yeah, this ink is like not a match for this pen, but that's the fun of a mystery matchup. But it's not a like crazy clash either. I'm not actually super thrilled about inking 3 more pens because I've been trying so hard to kind of use up the inks and the pens that are in my pen case. I don't feel as guilty about using every drop out of the pen anymore, but anyway. So adding 3 to it is not like my favorite thing at the moment, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to enjoy this. Here is that sea glass. Isn't that pretty? It really does look like sea glass, and I like it. And my family took a trip a couple years ago to Fairhope, Alabama. We've been there a couple of times now. While we were there the first time, my mom picked up a little sea glass angel from this little shop. Someone had made a little angel out of blue and green sea glass, and she got it. She puts it on her Christmas tree, and I liked it so much. Later, I was like, oh, I wish I had gotten one of those because it really is great for your Christmas tree. And when we went back the next time, the little shop had closed, so I was sad about that. So this is my sea glass, not from Fairhope, but yeah, there's a story. Let's bring this down. All right, I hope this light color is okay. I think I have it set to the neutral light. All right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. This is the Esterbrook Estie in sea glass. And it has another medium nib. And this ink is Van Dieman's Native Cornflower. I got this ink as a sample. I think when I ordered, like I've only ordered from Van Dieman's twice, but I'm pretty sure I got this one as a sample. Well, yeah, because I have that sample vial from them directly. And the first time I used it, I loved it. And they sent that one, and the other one is the one with, I think I gave it away. I gave the sample away because I bought a bottle. But the seasonal festival series. What's that one called? Oh, no. The Juan Midwinter Festival. And this is a gold, it's a brown with gold sheen. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So those two I got as samples. Yeah, and here's proof that I have that native cornflower bottle. Those two I got as samples and ended up buying bottles. All right, let me show you this swatch and then we'll get ourselves out of here because I'm sure this video is quite long enough. Let me know what you want to see next. I did kind of a currently inked in that live video, so if you're interested in seeing my currently inked, it's still very similar, except I've put a few pens into the to be cleaned jars. But okay, here's this ink. Not a nice, just standard blue. It's showing a little bit lighter. I think it's because that medium nib is a little bit broader. But I have seen it be a little bit darker in some pens. But yeah, really like this blue. It's kind of, it's reminiscent of Iroshizuku Konpeki and is that here? Do I put it in the H in the eyes? Konpeki or Pilot Blue. Like, it's just a good, there's Konpeki. They're not the same, but they're actually really similar. Same little red sheen around the edge. Pilot Blue. I just like blue, like kind of just regular blue. Here's Pilot Blue. No, it's not. Pilot Blue. Yeah, probably pretty similar. This one's a little bit warmer. Anyway, love them. Love those standard blues. So here's our 3 pens for this episode of Mystery Match-Ups, and our 3 inks. Lovely, lovely. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm not going to put those there because they'll roll away. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Again, let me know if there's something that you're like, yes, please. You know what I was going to do was a blue pens video. All of my blue fountain pens was something I was thinking about. So that might be coming up soon. And yeah, all right. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.